Hello, coin collectors out there. Did you know that the same law that allowed the passage of these bicentennial coins also made it legal to own gold again in the United States? We're going to talk about that, some other cool facts about these bicentennial coins in today's video. So, just in case you haven't seen them before, we've got George Washington, JFK, and Dwight D. Eisenhower all making appearances on the bicentennial coins. Now, originally, they were just going to make the coins of the dollar and the half dollar, but then some people made some sense of it and decided to make it on the quarter as well. The half dollar and the dollar are by far the least popular of the coins, so I'm glad they didn't just stick with those two coins and they expanded it to the quarter. Let's talk about that fact that I mentioned earlier. In the United States from 1933 to 1974, it was illegal for U.S. citizens to own gold in the form of gold bullion without a special license. On January 1st, 1975, these restrictions were lifted and gold can now be freely held in the U.S. without any license or restriction of any kind. So that law that passed on January 1st, 1975 was the same law that allowed for the bicentennial coins to be produced. So let's talk about some of those facts surrounding the bicentennial coins. All right, I'm just pulling up some information, some of my notes. And all right, let's get into it. Some cool facts that I found. There were only 884 entries for people who submitted drawings or portraits to be considered for the bicentennial coins. I found that to be quite shockingly low. They allowed it to the public for anyone to submit a drawing or a portrait of what they thought the coin should be. The prize money was that there are going to be three winners. Each would receive $5,000. And interestingly, only 884 entries were submitted. The judging was originally supposed to take place at West Point, but upon delay, it was instead graded at the Philadelphia Mint. So what they did there was they whittled it down from those 884 entries into 12 remaining designs that were released to the Treasury, released by the Treasury for public comment in early 1974. Now the designs, these are the winners right here, but we're going to talk about some of the other designs as well. Of the proposed coins, featured sailing ships, two featured Independence Hall in Philadelphia. That's Independence Hall, where the Declaration of Independence was signed. Three depicted the moon or lunar supercraft. That's what we see right here, the moon. Another depicted the Liberty Bell, which we see the Liberty Bell right there, superimposed on the atomic symbol. That would have been a pretty cool coin, having the Liberty Bell over the atomic symbol. According to numismatist Michael Morota, in 2001, article of Bicentennial Coins, the numismatic community's reaction to the entries were predictable. Everyone complained by writing in letters to the editor. So a lot of people complained about it, but too many people probably didn't submit enough drawings and portraits. So this coin right here that has the famous drummer boy, this is probably the most famous of the bicentennial images, just because it's on the quarter, and the quarter was most highly produced. But however, the designer of the quarter was accused of copying the drummer from the 1973 stamp by the stamp's designer. The guy who designed the quarter obviously denied it. They found that both obviously derive from a 1876 painting called Spirit of 76, a painting which numismatic author David L. Gans suggested that both undoubtedly saw sometime in their lifetime. So this, as well as that 1973 stamp, both apparently derive from the same 1876 painting called The Spirit of 76. Some more information. So the three winners were selected. The designers were brought to Washington, D.C. They got a nice tour of the White House. They met the congressional committee who considered the coin bills, and they received their $5,000 checks. Okay, moving right along to some more information. To begin the bicentennial issue, to prevent 1975 pieces from becoming collector's items, what they did was they just made these they made the 1974 quarters and 1974 coins into 1975. So you're not going to find any 1975 coins out there. That's because they were producing 1974. In 1975, they were producing 1974 coins because they wanted to kind of stockpile and get ready for this big release of 1976 coins. And due to the large quantities that were struck, Bicentennial coins remain inexpensive. That's the bad news. Sorry if you had to wait until almost the 6-minute mark to find that out, but I imagine most people that are into coin collecting are already well aware of that. A set of 3 coins, a set of 3 silver coins contains 0.5381. So it would be a silver one of each one of these would contain 0.5381 troy ounces of precious metal. They did a statistical study in 1996 that found that 750 million circulating quarters, more than a third of them that were produced, had been hoarded and not into circulation. So that's kind of exciting news. I guess it worked as well as they planned for the mint. There were 750 million of these coins which were intended for circulation. They were just hoarded and held on to by people. So those are the facts that I had outlined from the source that I was looking at online about these bicentennial coins. I'll give you some more interesting facts just upon the mintages and stuff like that. I understand not everyone might be super interested in that, but some of you might be. So as far as circulating coins go, for the quarters, there were 809 million made at the Philadelphia Mint, 860 million made at the Denver Mint. As far as half dollars, 234 million at the Philly, 287 million at the Denver. And as far as dollar coins, the big guys right here, of the type 1, there were 4 million made at the Philly, 21 million made at the Denver. Of the type 2, there were 113 million made at the Philadelphia, 82 million made at the Denver. So as you guys can see, these coins were pretty highly minted. I would say this was a smashing success for the mint. They kind of re-triggered people's interest in coin collecting. A lot of people held on to these coins. These are the higher value coins too, so there's more premium that the mint kind of makes a little bit of money. The U.S. government and the people, I guess, make money when these get held and hoarded onto and not used in circulation. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you're into coin collecting, please do check out some of the other videos on my channel. You can see videos about regular coins like these ones right here, which are the traditional reverses of all 3 of these coins. And you can find lots of other great stuff on the channel, so please do check it out. Enjoy. Best of luck coin collecting out there, everyone. Take care. Enjoy.